Hundreds of miles to enjoy what, well, some of us take for granted. We aren't called the natural state without reason. With an abundance of rivers, lakes, and streams loaded with adventure, scenic views that will take your breath away, biking trails and back roads just begging to be discovered. Sit back and relax as Ray Tucker and longtime journalist Brian Hendricks explore our magnificent state with this week's edition of Ray Tucker's Arkansas Outdoors. Brought to you by Honda of North Little Rock, your family fun headquarters.
You know what, Brian Hendricks, when I wrote that intro there, I must have been thinking about Mountain Harbor Resort on Lake Ouachita. It pretty much describes about everything they offer over there.
I think that it encapsulates just about everything Arkansas has to offer in the hill regions anyway.
Yeah, you got that. Bill Barnes joins us now, the owner of Mountain Harbor Resort. Bill, how are you this evening?
Good afternoon, Ray. I am just fine. Brian, how are you?
It's always, I'm good, but it's always better when I get to talk to Bill Barnes.
Oh.
Is he not smooth? He's smooth as silk, is he not?
Well, I am flattered to be talking to both of you.
Well,
I really am.
Feeling is mutual, Bill.
How many years have you had Mountain Harbor Resort now?
Dad started Harbor 70 years ago.
Oh, my Lord.
And I have been here full time for 54 years. I learned years ago I couldn't get a job doing anything else. So I might as well just hang in here.
One of the things I always like to do is assume that there are a number of people in the listening audience who may be new to our state or haven't gotten out and about in our state. Describe Mountain Harbor Resort and what you all offer.
Okay, Dad started with 45 acres, 4 boat stalls, 1 gas pump, a fish cleaning shed, and 100 rental fishing boats, 50 Duracrafts built in Monticello, and 50 Arkansas Travelers built in Malvern. And the reason for the split is because his dear friend, who married my mother's best friend in Malvern, and they went through World War II together, believed that the products needed to be Malvern products, and Dad also knew the folks that owned Duracraft. So there was a very interesting debate, I understand. I was too young. And they ended up doing 50 and 50, Arkansas Travelers and Duracrafts. So that was in 1954-55. And we've evolved now. Harbor encompasses about 450 acres of leasehold, 3 marina basins, store about 1,500 boats, 3 lodging areas, Harbor North, which is cottages from 1,000 square foot, 2-bedroom, 2-bath loft cottages to 3,700 foot, 4-bedroom, 4.5-bath cottage. And then we have several 2,200 square foot, 3-bedroom, 3-bath kind of in the middle. The original lodge area where Dad built the lodge, Ray, that you have spent lots of time in over the years, and thank you for that. That was built in 57, 58. Guest rooms, 1-room studios, 2-room cabanas, and 2-bedroom, 2-bath cottages at the lodge. And then back in 79, 80, 81, I was able to acquire some land that the Corps missed when they bought everything to be the lake and started Harbor East. And Harbor East is now 188 condos. There are lots of Airbnb, VRBO properties over there. And then a little bit later on, Weyerhaeuser decided that they were going to sell the rest of the tract that they owned, that they had purchased from the Dirks family, put it up for sale, couldn't sell it, so came to me and told me that they were getting ready to clear cut the whole thing, 327 acres going up Hickory Nut Mountain. So, Ray, when you launch below the lodge and you look up toward Hickory Nut, that all would have been a clear cut.
Oh.
So I scrambled around and put together a group, and we were able to buy that from Weyerhaeuser, and that is now Harbor South, which is roughly 237 lots, and there are about 175 probably closer to 180 homes up there now. There are 4 homes under construction now. So Harbor went from 45 acres and 100 fishing boats and 4 boat stalls to, and I'm very, very, very proud to say, truly a little village that's now about 900 acres plus development between the lake and the highway. So we're serving the 4th, soon to be our 5th generation of customers. So I just thank God every day that I get to be here, do this, serve the wonderful people that I get to serve, and work with the absolutely wonderful people that I get to work with. Most of the management team and I are now 30 years or longer. Some, like Colleen and Patty, are at 46, 47 years we've worked together.
You know, Bill,
so that's kind of Harbor in a nutshell.
You mentioned your marina facilities and the marina bays that you've got there. And a part of Lake Ouachita life that's kind of overlooked is the houseboat living.
Oh, houseboats are a hoot. See, Ouachita, well, we're in the national forest, guys, and the shoreline is only 2.5% of the total shoreline on Lake Ouachita, not counting the islands at all, has ever been developed. That's all the Corps of Engineer leases, all of the other activities like the National Guard camp and those things. So you've got 700 miles of mainland shoreline and 300 miles of islands. And in flood states like we are now, you've probably got closer to 800 miles of shoreline. And it's just, you go out there on the lake, the irregularity of the shore provides you opportunities regardless of where the winds are blowing from, regardless of the higher density areas right outside the marina basins. You can get out there, get back in a cove, tie up, and it is beautiful. We have a rental houseboat operation here called Dream Chaser, 7 really nice boats run by a great couple that are Benny and Paula Foreman, that are just, they're part of our village. They're dedicated to their customers and just a super, super couple to work with. And there are 2 other rental houseboat operations down the lake, both good operations run by great folks. So we store about 230 houseboats and cruisers here at Harbor. I would just guess maybe 700 or 800 total houseboats and cruisers on the lake. But with the size of the lake, 43 to 49,000 surface acres, the islands, the shoreline, you can get out any day, including the 4th of July weekend, and catch your breath and have a wonderful sanctuary back in a bay.
You have contributed so much, Bill, to tourism in the state to the extent that you were inducted into the Arkansas Outdoor Hall of Fame a few years ago. What did that mean to you?
It means that God blessed me to have wonderful mentors and people like you that taught me tourism over the years. It's my induction into the Hall of Fame is not about me at all. It's about my dad's friends that mentored me at Mountain Harbor, Maurice Lewis and all of, and Ken Bowen and those guys that taught me tourism from their experiences. I have no claim to fame. It is all the wonderful folks that I learned from and worked with. And, I couldn't have been the part of tourism I could not be, because I still intend to be for a long darn time. But I can't be that without the great staff at Mountain Harbor and Iron Mountain and Self Creek, the wonderful management team I worked with there that let me take the time off to do the other things. Wayne Woods, Ray, is one of the best friends I ever had in the world, and he was truly a figurehead of tourism.
Bill, we're getting ready to take a pause here. We come back, I want to talk about our good friend Wayne Woods. Visiting with Bill Barnes, Mountain Harbor Resort over in Hot Springs. Back after this. The name says it all. and you'll find Honda's best models at Honda of North Little Rock, as they're your one-stop destination for quality motorcycles, ATVs, and side-by-sides. If you have a passion for adventure, head on over to Honda of North Little Rock, as they cater to both thrill seekers and outdoor enthusiasts. Whether you're hitting the trails, cruising the roads, or exploring rugged terrain, we'll find the perfect ride for you. Nothing matches Honda's power, reliability, and innovation. Honda of North Little Rock, your family fun headquarters.
It's a tough time. Injured, and it was not your fault. Hurts in the pocketbook, too. Who do you turn to? Don't call a lawyer and find they're out of state or talk with someone at a call center. Call us at the Brad Hendricks Law Firm and talk to a real Arkansas lawyer directly. And remember, the only place that success comes before work is in the dictionary. We'll work hard for you. Have for over 30 years. The Brad Hendricks Law Firm. Tradition, reputation, results.
This is Anthony Lucas, here to tell you about my favorite spot in Little Rock, Corky's. Sure, Corky's may look all ribs and barbecue on the outside, but did you know Corky's was also nominated for Central Arkansas's best catfish? And don't get me started on their chicken, shrimp, and nachos.
Those Big Joe burgers, Anthony.
Big Joe, when did you get here?
You really stealing my thunder, Anthony. Corky's is my place.
No way you love Corky's like me, Joe.
Talk to me when you have your own menu item, Lucas.
Corky's ribs and barbecue.
When you're out and about in the natural state, whether it's work or play, be sure to make W's Convenience Stores your one-stop shop. With 34 locations in Central Arkansas, they're easy to find. Headed to the lake or just taking in the beauty of Arkansas? Stop in at your nearest W's location. Their double blend of coffee is always hot and fresh. Snacks, W's has them. Want more than a snack? Many W's have hot delis. And don't forget the hot breakfast sandwiches. W's, where you gas it, grab it, and go.
Congratulations to Harrison D.R. Rogers and Caroline Jones of North Little Rock for being named the All-Arkansas Preps Outstanding Players of the Year in Tennis, as chosen by the Arkansas Democrat Gazette. They are among the 400 Arkansas high school athletes who will be honored at the All-Arkansas Preps Awards Banquet on Saturday, June 14th, sponsored by CHI St. Vincent. The event is emceed by Steve Sullivan with special guest David Basil and linebacker for the New Orleans Saints, Jamario Davis. To find out more about the athletes selected or to purchase tickets to the event, visit allarkansaspreps.com.
For over 30 years, Pickup Truck Accessory Warehouse has been Arkansas's truck accessory headquarters and the only stop for all your truck parts and accessories. If it goes on a truck, Pickup Truck Accessory Warehouse has got it. And that includes upgrading your truck with Vortex spray liners. Tough, durable, proudly made in the USA. Their spray liners can protect your truck for years to come. Call Pickup Truck Accessory Warehouse at 501-568-0040 to schedule your spraying. Or stop by 65th and University.
This is Pat Bradley, and all you folks in Central Arkansas, heads up. You've heard all about the great folks and great offers from Alcoa Community Federal Credit Union for years. Well, guess what? If you live, work, worship, or attend school in 15 counties in Central Arkansas, from Clinton to Fordyce or Mount Ida to Cabot, and all points in between, you are eligible. So if you need a new mortgage or looking for a low-rate auto loan or need a HELOC, check out Alcoa Community Federal Credit Union at alcoacommunityfcu.org.
When was the last time you went exploring in Arkansas? More importantly, when was the last time you went exploring the natural state on a Honda from Honda of North Little Rock? There are hundreds of miles of trails and back roads to discover. So if you have a passion for adventure, we have just the perfect Honda for you. Our new showroom is just that, as we show off Honda's best models of ATVs, motorcycles, and side-by-sides. We'll find you the perfect ride. Stop in today at Honda of North Little Rock, your family fun headquarters. We're back with Rick Tucker's Arkansas Outdoors. Robin and Bryant has a question about Mountain Harbor Resorts. Let's get him on the line here real quick. Go ahead, Robin.
I didn't have a question. I just wanted to comment. My aunt and uncle have been coming to Mountain Harbor, I don't know, 30 or 40 years. Mr. Barnes could probably say, Sherry and Russell Warner from Oklahoma City.
Oh, my gosh, yes. Oh, wow. So,
I live in Bryant.
Memories go back so far. Golly, that's your uncle?
That's my Uncle Russell and my Aunt Sherry, yeah. Yep.
Back when I was young, stupid, and didn't know anything, they put up with me. They're wonderful.
Well, every time I see them, they can't help but talk about it. I mean, they've brought their friends there. They have really enjoyed that place over the years. For anyone that's considering going, you should definitely do it because my aunt and uncle just don't have enough good things to say about it.
We appreciate.
Please,
Thanks, Robin. Appreciate your call, Robin.
Yep.
Thank you, Robin. Ray, those folks, they go back so far, brand new at Mountain Harbor, and I met them, and they were just wonderful. We've stayed in touch 50 years.
And as we were going to the break, you brought up our good friend Wayne Woods. We had his memorial service down on the river, Arkansas River, on Saturday. That's where you and I connected. And anyway, let's talk about, I always called him Woodsy. He was a great ambassador for our state, promoted parks and tourism, everything outdoors there could be, hot air balloons. Talk a little bit about Wayne, if you would, please.
Well, I'm going to start by telling folks a little something I said to the crowd at the memorial at the yacht club. When I met Wayne, we were both brand new freshmen at the University of Arkansas in 1966. It was freshman speech debate class, and we had to stand up and we had 2 minutes to tell the class about ourselves. And I know I'm repeating what I said Saturday, but it is just one of those things when you talk about Wayne Woods, it immediately comes to mind. So Wayne's a great big guy. He was an All-American football player at Dumas and was there playing for the Razorbacks. And he stood up and he said, "Well, folks, my name is Wayne Woods, and I am the ding-dong daddy from Dumas, Arkansas." And everybody just roared. Nobody knew what to say. He was great big. We didn't know what the heck to say, but everybody just roared, and he just stood there and grinned and then went on to talk about himself. But I met Shelby while I was at school there. Shelby is Wayne's older brother. And they have literally spearheaded the development of tourism marketing in the state of Arkansas. I've known them 50 years, over 50 years. I've watched it. And Wayne was the consummate marketer of the state. They covered this the other day, Ray, but Wayne would drive 75,000 miles a year around the state of Arkansas, representing what was then the Woods Brothers Agency, and then Cranford Johnson Robinson Woods when they merged, selling advertising, talking to people. But it wasn't that he was a salesman. He was truly an ambassador. He would coach, he would help. He was very involved in developing all of the regional tourism, the tourism regions that are funded through Parks and Tourism now. He would take people that were new and young and didn't know what they were doing and shepherd them and mentor them. He would interact with some of the old guys like Jim Gaston. That's a real good one. Jim knew what he was doing, but Wayne and Shelby both interacted with Jim over the course of time, just a lot. The Governor's Conference on Tourism that was started by David Pryor. I didn't go to the first one. And Wayne literally drove from that conference. Now, I was broke. I couldn't afford to do anything. And he didn't have any money either. They were struggling. But he drove to Harbor and said, "Billy, folks that have known me 40 or 50 years, I could still be Billy, especially when I'm in trouble." So Wayne said, "Billy, where the hell were you?" And I said, "I couldn't afford to come. I didn't know. I didn't know that." He said, "Let me tell you something. If you're going to be part of tourism in the state of Arkansas, you better be at every one from now on." And I have missed one for the last 40 some odd years. So that's, and that was Wayne. He lived hard every day. His energy level was just through the roof. He would hit it early in the morning and still be going at 10 o'clock at night. Nobody, and I know you know this, nobody in the state of Arkansas has ever loved Arkansas and the tourism industry more than Wayne Woods. He's just a magnificent icon of our industry, and he's gone, and I think about him every day. But thank heavens that he got to see the industry grow from 300,000 or 400,000, 500,000 a year up to $10 billion, the second largest industry in the state.
Barnes,
he got to see that.
But Barnes, we got to run. Appreciate you. Folks, if you get a chance, look it up online, Mountain Harbor Resort, and make that part of your summer vacation. Thanks, Bill.
Guys, take care. Have a great evening. Thank you for letting me be on.
The name says it all. And you'll find Honda's best models at Honda of North Little Rock, as they're your one-stop destination for quality motorcycles, ATVs, and side-by-sides. If you have a passion for adventure, head on over to Honda of North Little Rock, as they cater to both thrill seekers and outdoor enthusiasts. Whether you're hitting the trails, cruising the roads, or exploring rugged terrain, we'll find the perfect ride for you. Nothing matches Honda's power, reliability, and innovation. Honda of North Little Rock, your family fun headquarters. When you're out and about in the natural state, whether it's work or play, be sure to make Doubleby's Convenience Stores your one-stop shop. With 34 locations in central Arkansas, they're easy to find. Headed to the lake or just taking in the beauty of Arkansas? Stop in at your nearest Doubleby's location. Their double blend of coffee is always hot and fresh. Snacks, Doubleby's has them. Want more than a snack? Many Doubleby's have hot delis. And don't forget the hot breakfast sandwiches. Doubleby's, where you gas it, grab it, and go.
Spring has sprung in Arkansas, and the truck inventory at Gwatney Buick GMC is in full bloom. Now's the time to upgrade your trade, because the value of your current ride has sprung forward, and Gwatney's prices have rolled back during April's Daylight Savings. Trade up to a new 2025 GMC Sierra Crew Cab and save up to $13,500 off MSRP. Call 945-4444. These Daylight Savings aren't permanent. The time to act is now. Kick your current high rates to the curb and get a 2025 GMC Sierra as low as 0.9%. Right now, let Gwatney Buick GMC lower your truck payment with new GMC Sierras starting at just $479 a month. So set your watch to save during Gwatney Buick GMC's Daylight Savings. 5700 Landers Road next to Sam's in North Little Rock. GwatneyBuickGMC.com. GMC, we are professional grade. Stock number 30976-31020. All offers accrue credit. Some offers require qualifying trade.
When was the last time you went exploring in Arkansas? More importantly, when was the last time you went exploring the natural state on a Honda from Honda of North Little Rock? There are hundreds of miles of trails and back roads to discover. So if you have a passion for adventure, we have just the perfect Honda for you. Our new showroom is just that, as we show off Honda's best models of ATVs, motorcycles, and side-by-sides. We'll find you the perfect ride. Stop in today at Honda of North Little Rock, your family fun headquarters.
If you're like a lot of people I know, you're spending a lot of time at home this year watching basketball and other sports, and your home's your happy place. You may be noticing, though, the scuffs and faded colors on your walls, and that can drive you crazy. That's where CertaPro can help with a paint refresh. They can make your experience worry-free, starting with a free estimate. They're always easy, and they get you a quote right away. Schedule your estimate online at CertaPro.com. That's Certa with a C. And each CertaPro painter's business is independently owned and operated. When choosing a painting professional, the choice is simple. Choose happy. Choose CertaPro Painters.
The leader in sportsbook apps in the state of Arkansas, Bet Saracen, has a club you might want to consider joining. It's the perfect offer for you if you like to play parlays. Head over to the Bet Saracen app, opt in, and get all the details on how to earn bonus cash with the Parlay Bonus Club. It's active through June, and it could be the key to stacks of sportsbook bonus cash. The Parlay Bonus Club on the Bet Saracen Sportsbook app. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
The name says it all, and you'll find Honda's best models at Honda of North Little Rock, as they're your one-stop destination for quality motorcycles, ATVs, and side-by-sides. If you have a passion for adventure, head on over to Honda of North Little Rock, as they cater to both thrill seekers and outdoor enthusiasts. Whether you're hitting the trails, cruising the roads, or exploring rugged terrain, we'll find the perfect ride for you. Nothing matches Honda's power, reliability, and innovation. Honda of North Little Rock, your family fun headquarters. Welcome back to Ray Tucker's Arkansas Outdoors, coming to you live from our Hondo North Little Rock studios. Joining us now is my man Neil Atkinson at Saracen Casino Resort down in Pine Bluff. Neil, this is an ever-ending cycle for you. I mean, now that here comes the NBA playoffs, Major League Baseball, on and on and on.
Hey, that's the beautiful thing about it. One good thing about being over here in the good old USA, we know how to spread our sports out a little bit and keep it going year-round. Yeah, NBA, they're going to have their play-in tournament starting tomorrow. Then their playoffs start later on this week. You've also got the last week. Thursday is the last day of the National Hockey League regular season. They're going to start their playoffs this weekend. And then again, of course, we got our midweek games for college baseball and, of course, Major League Baseball. Boy, everybody has really pivoted. We're seeing the action really, really heat up on Major League Baseball. And if you're up late at night, you got to get your baseball fix. We have seen double year-over-year growth in the Korean Baseball League. A lot of those games start at midnight, and those have become real popular because we're actually streaming those on the app now.
Run that by me again.
Yeah, the Korean Baseball League. A lot of their games, whenever they're scheduled, they are about at midnight, and some of them start a little bit later than that. And all Korean baseball, if you're on the app and you're logged in, you can watch the games live in real-time action while you're betting it. And we do have in-play betting during it, and it has become very, very popular for those late-night owls that don't get their baseball fixed during the day.
Neil, always appreciate you. And folks, tell them what they need to do.
Hey, go to BetSaracen.com on the web or from your phone. Just go to the App Store and type in Bet Saracen. If you're a new customer, make sure you use that welcome code. And if you're an existing customer, hit that promo tab. Make sure you hit opt-in. See what those two promos are. You're going to be glad you did. Got some NBA championship insurance type promo going on there too. And the Parlay Club is back, and everybody loves it. Good luck, everybody.
Neil, have a great week. Okay, appreciate you. Download the app, BetSaracen.com.
And we're back with Ray Tucker's Arkansas Outdoors, and we have in studio with us Gib Sugar and Keaton Johnson. And youth turkey season kicked off this weekend, Saturday and Sunday, kind of the precursor to the statewide season. It begins next Monday, but I don't know how many turkeys were harvested this weekend, but it was a good bit higher than last year. And Keaton Johnson got one of them.
Yes, sir, I did. Kay was a 2-year-old. It was like 8.5 inches, half-inch spur, and it was like whenever you like see a turkey for the first time gobbling, gets you like rattled and starts shaking.
Right.
And
not just for the first time,
probably
just so you know.
And whenever he came out, Gib was actually taking a nap, and I told him, he's like, wake me up if like you see a turkey. And I tapped on him like 2 minutes.
He's taking a nap. He was the turkey.
And he came out to our left, and he called it in, got it to like 50 yards. I shot, and I was shaking pretty hard. I missed the first time, but I hit the leg, so he couldn't like run off. And then it came like running towards us. So then I shot it in the wing. So then it couldn't fly off. And then third shot, I shot it in the chest. So
you got him.
pretty
So
rough.
Nice. Where did this take place?
Malvern, Arkansas.
Okay.
1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was at my dad's buddy's work farm, Bailey Mall.
Mm-hmm.
And he sent my dad pictures of turkeys like at his farm on his cameras. And he knew that we were hunters, so he decided to like let us go out there. And I didn't know much about turkey hunting, so I invited Gib.
So this was kind of a cool thing. Usually when this was your first turkey, right?
Yes, sir.
Usually, it's a father or a grandfather or an uncle that, mentors a young hunter like that. But Gib Sugar was the master of ceremonies on this one.
Yes, sir. So I've was turkey hunting once this year already. Went to Texas for a weekend and tagged out. Got my 4 Rios. And so I get a random call on a random Monday from my buddy, Keaton. And he says, hey, we're going turkey hunting. I was like, when? He's like, I'm still 15. We're going youth hunting. And I said, okay, just tell me when I need to go. He's like, well, this weekend. I was like, okay. So I call him on a Friday. I head to his house. Next morning, get up at 4 a.m. I have my Jeep loaded down. Had to unload it, load it into Jordan's car, his dad.
What all was it loaded with?
It had 2 chairs, 4 decoys, a shooting stick, a 3-panel blind, all of my ghillie clothes, and 2 shotguns in case I packed a 12 gauge and a 20 gauge, see what he wanted. And he picked the 12 gauge. And so get up there on Saturday morning, sit under a deer stand that had some pretty good low pine trees, built up a little blind, got settled, and within 15 or so minutes of us sitting there, we had 2 gobblers gobbling in the roost about 50 yards away, and we got real excited. I was real excited. Anytime you hear a bird gobble, it's one of those adrenaline rushes.
So how old are you?
I'm 16.
And so what age were you hunted for the first time?
When I turkey hunted, I was 8 years old.
So he's experienced, and you have to have an adult mentor, younger than age 16. So that's Keaton, and you were the guy that led that. So you got turkeys gobbling 50 yards away.
Yes, sir. So I have a decoy set out. We get settled, get the gun loaded, and he's a little shorter than I am. So I see this hen pop over the hill. I said, "Do you see the bird?" He goes, "No." Like, the bird's coming. He's like, "I don't see it." So that bird wanders off. About 15 minutes later, 2 hens come in. I was like, "All right, he's coming. Get ready." And I cluck, and he gobbles. He's probably 70 yards now coming off the roost. And I see his fan pop over the ridge. I was like, get ready. He's coming. And he comes, doesn't break 68 yards. And for a new hunter, that's a far shot, especially with a 12 gauge. So he didn't get a shot that gauge, but he did get to see a show. That turkey never came out of strut. He had a nice long beard, beautiful fan. The sun was hitting him just right. And so it was a pretty morning. His dad had a wedding that afternoon, so we headed home. And, got our sleep. Next morning, woke up. Didn't have to pack the car again, so just hit the road. And with a couple of snacks in us, we set up around the same spot. We set up on the hill so we could see down both ways. And the turkeys were not in the same spot. They roosted the same night, so they were a little southeast and southwest of us. And they were gobbling all morning. And shut up around 7:30. We saw a couple of hens. We tried to move around, got busted once or twice, came back to our original spot. When we get there, there's a tom sitting on our decoy, and Keaton saw it. I didn't, so I go bullhead straight up the hill, and it flies off. And then so it was a little disappointing, a little bit of my fault, even as an experienced hunter, just bullheaded. So we head to lunch, get lunch, come back. I know the turkeys aren't going to gobble when they come up behind us or anyway. And so we set up in our same spot. The sun's at our backs for 2 or 3 hours, which I knew was not the best thing, but we're sitting on a tree row that's a wide open lane, backed up to a cutoff, clear cut. And that sun, we're sitting to the back, our backs to the clear cut. And we have one bird come around us to our left. And Keaton had the gun on the ground and was head deep into his phone.
Yeah.
And so I tap him.
Oh, say it's not so.
So I tap him on the leg and I go, turkey. He goes, what? And I said, get your gun. And by the time he got his gun up, the turkey had wandered into the woods. And I tried to call it back, but it was a stubborn old bird. Didn't come back. And then next one comes up behind us. I heard it cluck once. And then all you could hear was wings flapping, and you turn around and big birds flying through the sky, which is cool to see. We got to see a couple of hens fly through the sky that day, but it's a little disappointing. It's a little sad to watch. And so I got frustrated. I threw a fit, threw my hat on the ground.
Did you throw a fit at Keaton?
The first time I did. When he didn't, when he had his gun on the ground, I did. I was a little upset. I look over and his gun's not in his hand, and I'm pretty mad, but you can't be mad at somebody that's a first time. So we get to we readjust. We move across the lane to where our back's in the woods, and the turkey doesn't come out of the spot where I thought it would. It comes up to the left, like Keaton said, and he wakes me up, and he has that gun muzzle in my face, like right in my face, and I go, "Whoa!" And he goes, "What?" I was like, "You're not shooting that thing right beside my head." And he goes, "I need to kill this bird." I said, "No." And so,
hey, we're going to take us a little break. Let's come back to the climax of this story here on Ray Tucker's Arkansas.
I want to know if you shot him or the bird. All right, we'll take a break back in a moment. When was the last time you went exploring in Arkansas? More importantly, when was the last time you went exploring the natural state on a Honda from Honda of North Little Rock? There are hundreds of miles of trails and back roads to discover. So if you have a passion for adventure, we have just the perfect Honda for you. Our new showroom is just that, as we show off Honda's best models of ATVs, motorcycles, and side-by-sides. We'll find you the perfect ride. Stop in today at Honda of North Little Rock, your family fun headquarters.
Hi, this is Joe Klein, former Razorback and owner of Corky's Ribs and Barbecue.
And I'm Anthony Lucas, also a proud former Razorback and Corky's Barbecue regular customer.
We may represent different sports in different decades, but all generations of hogs agree.
Corky's is the only place to get the most delicious ribs and barbecue at a winning price.
So stop into Corky's now and every day for never-ending specials.
Corky's,
where the hogs come home, baby.
Corky's Ribs and Barbecue.
Spring has sprung in Arkansas, and the truck inventory at Gwatney Buick GMC is in full bloom. Now's the time to upgrade your trade, because the value of your current ride has sprung forward, and Gwatney's prices have rolled back during April's Daylight Savings. Trade up to a new 2025 GMC Sierra Crew Cab and save up to $13,500 off MSRP. Call 945-4444. These Daylight Savings aren't permanent. The time to act is now. Kick your current high rates to the curb and get a 2025 GMC Sierra as low as 0.9%. Right now, let Gwatney Buick GMC lower your truck payment with new GMC Sierras starting at just $479 a month. So set your watch to save during Gwatney Buick GMC's Daylight Savings. 5700 Landers Road next to Sam's in North Little Rock. GwatneyBuickGMC.com. GMC, we are professional grade. Stock number 30976-31021. All offers through credit. Some offers require qualifying trade.
I can't sleep.
What is it now?
It's the company. It's chaos.
What's chaos now?
The numbers, the expenses, the books. What if we get audited?
No one's going to audit you at 3 a.m. Go to sleep.
I can't sleep.
You could if you used Ramp.
Who said that?
I don't care because they're right. Go to sleep and sign up for Ramp in the morning, Jerry.
Ramp is the corporate card that handles all your tedious financial operations automatically, integrates directly with your ERP, and gives you complete control over every transaction. Ramp gives you everything you need for bulletproof books and a better night's sleep.
Wow, that is exactly what my company needs.
Yes, and exactly what I also need. Go to sleep, Jerry.
Upgrade to Ramp for free today and get $250 at ramp.com/radio. Ramp.com/radio. That's ramp.com/radio.
Cards issued by Sutton Bank, members FDIC. Terms and conditions apply.
Shipments of spring and summer fashions are arriving at Bell & Sword. That means swimwear from Saks, Peter Noir golf wear and shirts, Johnny O's store within a store. Be sure to check out the Faraday line and Martin Dingman shoes and leather goods. So hurry in for a great value on quality men's clothing at Bell & Sword for your spring and summer items, and you'll look fantastic. Bell & Sword, 1011 Oak Street in downtown Conway on Facebook and Instagram.
The name says it all, and you'll find Honda's best models at Honda of North Little Rock, as they're your one-stop destination for quality motorcycles, ATVs, and side-by-sides. If you have a passion for adventure, head on over to Honda of North Little Rock, as they cater to both thrill seekers and outdoor enthusiasts. Whether you're hitting the trails, cruising the roads, or exploring rugged terrain, we'll find the perfect ride for you. Nothing matches Honda's power, reliability, and innovation. Honda of North Little Rock, your family fun headquarters.
we're back with Ray. And we're back with Ray Tucker's Arkansas Outdoors. We're visiting with Gib Sugar and Keaton Johnson. We're talking about the youth turkey season. And we were right on the verge of bagging Keaton's first gobbler when we went to break. Let's finish that up.
All right, so yeah, he had that gun muzzle in my face.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
I got pretty scared, and he was jumping up and down for joy, but as quietly as possible. And I can tell he's shaking. I'm shaking too. And he drops the shooting stick, and so he has to shoot off my knee.
Oh my!
And so I said, "You're not putting that gun muzzle in your face. You're going to scoot forward." And so he starts scooting forward in his chair and not towards me. And I said, "No, scoot towards me." And so he finally gets that gun barrel out the window, so I don't have to get my ears blown out. And that turkey starts walking back in the woods. And so I'm fumbling for my diaphragm call, finally get it in my mouth and cluck at him a few times. And he whips around, and about at 50 yards, he puffs up and puts on a show for us and comes into 40. And I said, "Take the shot." He said, "I can't." I was like, "I can see it." He's like, "But it's behind a tree. How can you see it?" I said, "I can see it." And so it finally sticks his head out. And when he does, he pulls the trigger. And then I know exactly what happened when I saw that bird face plant, not flip. And he stands up. Keaton stands up, and this bird's running at us, flapping at us, really. And he shoots again. I go, "There goes $15." And I see this bird's wings broke. And then he shoots again. And I was like, "There's 25."
We're shooting TSS, I think. Yeah. All right.
The 3.5-inch ones.
Woo!
So that I don't see that bird going to the woods, because if that bird had gone into the woods, I would have taken off like a linebacker after it. And I see it under a tree, so I go up and grab it, and I have to wring its neck because this bird is nowhere near dead. And we finally get it out there, and I get the bird on the ground. I get Keaton up in the air, and I'm hooping and hollering like I've never hooped and hollered before, because it was just such a grind for that bird.
How many hours did you say you called?
Let's do that. Let's identify these two guys.
Right.
And we're talking about his first turkey hunt.
All right.
Getting his first turkey.
This is Keaton Johnson, who hasn't had a whole lot to say yet, who killed his first turkey yesterday. And Gib Sugar, Keaton's, you're 15, right?
Yes, sir.
And Gib is 16, and you were his mentor.
You turkey hunt.
And I was there to make it legal.
There you go. Jordan Johnson in the background.
Smiling all the way.
So anyway, how many hours did you call to these birds?
It would have been a total of 9 hours.
It's a lot of calling. And how much of that was box calling, diaphragm calling?
I'd say 15 minutes of it was box calling.
Yeah.
The rest 8 hours and 45 minutes was diaphragm.
So kind of like chewing gum for 8 hours.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So are you learning to call?
I have bought some calls from like Walmart, and I've tried, and I can't get much out. And like Gibby will I bought them last summer, and Gibby's like, "Buy you some like turkey calls," and that's what I did. And he was like, he brought his calls out, and he started gobbling. I was like, "How do you do that?" And he's like, "Well, it's just my dad Thomas and grandfather Tom are really like, they've been turkey hunting like their entire lives, and like they know a lot about that he doesn't know."
If you need a call, this guy's probably how many calls do you think you have?
Maybe 50.
Gee,
box calls.
Say my dad has about the same in diaphragm.
Any of them for sale?
Yeah, man, everything I own is for sale. No, the coolest one I ever had, though, I gave it to a friend of mine as a gift, was made out of deck teak from the USS North Carolina battleship. And it was a limited edition, so it had the number on there, had a laser engraving of the North Carolina, its hull number and all. It sounded like it's terrible. Teak is not good call wood, but it was a cool thing to have.
That'd be a cool call to have.
Yeah. So
sounds like it's for sale.
No, that one's gone. No, I gave that one away.
All right.
But how many birds you got? How many birds have you killed overall?
So let's say 4 this year already. I think I got 1 Eastern last year, and then the year before that I got 2 Rios and a Eastern. So
what's the limit?
In Texas, it's 4.
Yeah, in Arkansas, it's 2 adult gobblers. If you're an adult hunter for a youth, you can take a Jake.
Just want you to get in trouble, okay?
Yeah. So I'd say I've probably taken 10 or 12, somewhere in that range. It's been a wonderful 8 years of turkey hunting and getting to spend time with my dad and grandpa in the turkey woods.
You alluded to it a little bit of, the joy that you felt, but what is it like being a mentor to help somebody else get his first one?
It's definitely different. It's more frustration and excitement than anything, but it's more enjoyable to watch it happen than to do it.
Keaton, did he choose you or you choose him?
I chose him.
Then why did you choose him?
Well, Guillermo and I have known each other for like 3 years, and like maybe like a month in, I was like, he's a really good friend, like he's close, and we've hunted like for years, like almost every hunt for duck hunt, and I'll take him deer hunting, and my place is like a mile away from his house, so we'll spend a lot of time with each other during the like hunting season, and I knew like how big of a turkey fan he was because he'd always talk about like turkeys going up to like Heber Springs, hunting on his grandfather's farm and killing them, and I just asked him, and
was it everything you thought it would be?
No.
What did you think it would be?
I thought it'd be like I thought it'd be like deer hunting, kind of like, because I've seen people say like turkeys are like kind of stupid, but like they get up, and I thought they like kind of get close to you, but they kind of stay away. But like I realized like turkeys like get right up behind you. Like we had two like get 3 feet away and without us even knowing, and they don't like some days they like call like their heads off. Some days they just want to stay quiet. Some days they don't always go to the same place, but it's really addictive and it's really fun.
Best advice you can give them, B.
For that reason, when I hunt with a partner, we sit shoulder to shoulder facing different directions just for that reason, because they will do it. You just know they got the decoys out here, and the last time you heard him, he was over here, and but just like you said, I've had it happen so many times where you just hear that cluck, that I'm out of here cluck,
Yep.
and it's like he was about to peck me on the neck,
Yes, sir. So I usually sit with my back to a tree, and where we were kind of hard to do that because all the big trees were out in the open and all the little trees were really tight together. So we had to pick some tallish, short, low brush trees. And we got in a spot under a spiky bush that I could not tell was a spiky bush in the morning when it was dark. And so when I adjusted for the first time and felt something in the back of my neck, I was pretty upset with myself. But we were in a comfortable spot and didn't think he was going to be able to see us that well. And then lo and behold, he clucks behind us.
So I was hunting in Missouri one time, and we were just about to close the deal with a friend of mine on a gobbler. We'll come back to this, but his cell phone rang, and his ringtone was Ozzy Osbourne's "All Aboard." I mean, and that was the end of that. We'll get back to that as far as throwing fits at your friends.
All right, back in a moment. When was the last time you went exploring in Arkansas? More importantly, when was the last time you went exploring the natural state on a Honda from Honda of North Little Rock? There are hundreds of miles of trails and back roads to discover. So if you have a passion for adventure, we have just the perfect Honda for you. Our new showroom is just that, as we show off Honda's best models of ATVs, motorcycles, and side-by-sides. We'll find you the perfect ride. Stop in today at Honda of North Little Rock, your family fun headquarters.
At the Bet Saracen Sportsbook app, we realize lots of you have thought about opening an account, but you just haven't made that move yet. Well, now's the time with our new player offer. It's easy. You just sign up, use the code WELCOME, deposit at least $25, place a $25 bet, and that's it. Once that bet settles, you'll have $125 in free bets ready to go. Bet Saracen, the most popular sportsbook app in the state. Download it today on all your devices. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
It's a tough time, injured, and it was not your fault. Hurts in the pocketbook, too. Who do you turn to? Don't call a lawyer and find they're out of state or talk with someone at a call center. Call us at the Brad Hendricks Law Firm and talk to a real Arkansas lawyer directly. And remember, the only place that success comes before work is in the dictionary. We'll work hard for you. Have for over 30 years. The Brad Hendricks Law Firm. Tradition, reputation, results.
The name says it all, and you'll find Honda's best models at Honda of North Little Rock, as they're your one-stop destination for quality motorcycles, ATVs, and side-by-sides. If you have a passion for adventure, head on over to Honda of North Little Rock, as they cater to both thrill seekers and outdoor enthusiasts. Whether you're hitting the trails, cruising the roads, or exploring rugged terrain, we'll find the perfect ride for you. Nothing matches Honda's power, reliability, and innovation. Honda of North Little Rock, your family fun headquarters.
Hello, I'm Brett Rogers, President of Capital Technology Group. You might know us as Capital Business Machines, but our new name represents our growth as one of the state's leaders in business technology. When you've been around for 80 years like we have, you learn a thing or two about change. But what will never change is our commitment to our clients. We're still the same reliable team here to meet all your technology needs. Capital Technology Group is bigger and better than ever before. Learn more at captg.com.
This is Chris Roberts with Southern Bank. We want to thank those who have decided to trust us with their banking relationship. Our customers recognize that true community-style banking is more than words. It's local decisions and friendly staff you know by name. Whether it's personal checking or lending on the most complex commercial project, Southern Bank can handle your banking needs with a personal touch. So what's holding you back? To start your banking relationship, visit one of our friendly branches, call us at 501-424-0900, or visit online at bankwithsouthern.com. Member FDIC.
This is Justin Acree with some exciting news. UAMS Ortho Now is now open at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health. If you have an orthopedic injury, sports, work, or anything else, walk in and get the best in orthopedic care. No appointment needed. Ortho Now is open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m., and Saturday, 8 a.m. to noon. Conveniently located at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health. For more information, call 501-686-TOSH. That's 501-686-8674.
When was the last time you went exploring in Arkansas? More importantly, when was the last time you went exploring the natural state on a Honda from Honda of North Little Rock? There are hundreds of miles of trails and back roads to discover. So if you have a passion for adventure, we have just the perfect Honda for you. Our new showroom is just that, as we show off Honda's best models of ATVs, motorcycles, and side-by-sides. We'll find you the perfect ride. Stop in today at Honda of North Little Rock, your family fun headquarters.
That was Gib Sugar doing a gobble with a diaphragm call, which is something I'm going to probably spend the next week trying to figure out how to do. That sounds really, really good. And how do turkeys react to that?
The hens react very well to it, but if a tom's in the decoy and I have a tom decoy out, he goes pretty fired up about it.
Yeah.
So we got a 16-year-old who knows more about something than you did? Okay. Wait a minute.
I've heard rumors that people could do that, but I've never actually witnessed it.
Why don't you try it?
No, he didn't want that in my mouth. But when you're calling eastern birds, they're different than Rios. They're not as many of them together. It's just a different hunt. How do you adjust your calling when you're hunting a different species?
So for a Rio, I'm usually pretty active about it, but for an eastern, I kind of like to go in 15 to 30 minute intervals because they're smart birds, and if you call too much, they think you're coming to them.
Yeah.
And so I try to keep it in a 15 to 30 minute interval and just try to listen more than anything, because if you call over another bird and you don't hear that bird, you're kind of screwed because you don't know where they are.
Right. One thing I learned about a long time ago, 2009, I was on a gas line, a gas right away, and saw turkeys so far in the distance that even with binoculars, I couldn't make out what they were. I just knew they were like 5 black blobs. They were turkeys. I called to them and then kind of got off to the side. And it took them about 35 minutes, but there was a bunch of hens. She came and poked her head right in where I was. That's how well they can directionalize and pinpoint the origin of sound. And you're right. When you call to a gobbler and he goes silent, he's probably coming, but he's taking his time at it.
Yes, sir. And he's pretty good about that.
Yeah.
All right, Keaton, do's and don'ts of turkey hunting now. What not to do?
Don't talk. Don't get on your phone. Keep the gun in your lap at all times. And don't get on your phone. And just stay still. And don't try to like overthink. And if you like hear a turkey in the distance, don't try and leave your spot. Like, and try and go after it. And watch where you step on sticks so you don't make as much noise. And just keep your head on a swivel.
Yep. How much you going to charge him to take him next time?
Oh, I won't charge him anything. It's a blessing to be out there with him. It's a fun experience, and it's
Now, do you guys knock around other than going into the woods, or I mean, there's a little age difference here.
We hang around outside of school. We went to Top Golf on Saturday after the turkey hunt and played around together. And usually we'll play around in the summer. We'll go play on the lake and surf and tube and do all the fun stuff.
Who's the best golfer of you two?
I don't know. I had to reteach him his swing. So
there's days whenever I beat him, but like there's days whenever his like chipping and putting and irons are good. But it's always off and on, and we'll always like try and like have like a challenge who can like get the lowest score.
All right, so you sell other 15-year-olds taking up turkey. Tell them why they should take up turkey hunting.
It's fun and like good being out in like God's creation.
Was it everything you thought it would be, and more?
No, because I mean, you think like turkey hunting is like really easy and like they don't talk much, but whenever you get out there and you hear that first gobble, and like once the sun's coming up and you start hearing like birds start waking up, it's like really like peaceful because like it gets you fired up and it's fun to be out there in God's creation, seeing what He created.
So it must be really, really special. I've fished all my life, and I've never started shaking when I thought I had a big one on the line. but you guys started shaking when you heard the turkey.
Yes, sir. And gets you all excited, and just seeing them all come in, seeing like them come like 5 feet away from you, Jake in your decoy, trying to mate with it. And all Tom's like all puffed up with the sun on it. It's very like pretty. And
so this guy, he's got a broadcast voice.
He does.
And these guys are very descriptive, just like you are when you write.
Yeah, you know, they there's nothing like it. You know, I started turkey hunting for the first time in 1999, and Jordan is one of the things I was glad that I saved something for my adult life. You know, it's like there's a part of me that realized what I've missed in my younger years, but I was glad that I did because I think it meant a little bit more to me to pick it up and have some success. But there's something about, and you know exactly what I'm talking about, Gib. It's just a different thing that drives you, a turkey hunter. And I can tell that's your passion probably over anything else.
yes, sir. Even when I'm deer hunting and duck hunting, I'm always thinking about that gobble because once you hear it, it's there forever.
I think you two need to hook up.
I tell you what, I would like to hunt with him. I just like to watch him in action, kind of learn what he knows, you know?
I definitely hunt different from my dad and my grandpa, but I learned all of it from them. And my dad's probably the biggest part of it.
So do you continue on with this? Is this something that, have you got the bug too?
oh yeah, I got it right whenever he hit that first gobble. I was like, oh. And then once he got away, I was like, I can't wait to go back tomorrow.
Guys, it's a lot of fun.
Thanks for having us on here.
We'll do it again sometime.
Yes, sir.
And your booking agent's right back over here. All right, folks, we hope you enjoyed the show. A special thanks to all of our guests. Be safe out there. It's this time of year to get out and enjoy the Arkansas outdoors. And if you don't, you need to explore our state.